When it comes to breakfast, bread is always an option because it's very convenient, because you're going to buy from the supermarket or from the shop. But you forget that if you eat bread every single day, your breakfast is going to be super boring. So in today's recipe, I'm going to be showing you a very easy and simple way that you're going to revamp that breakfast and make some delicious donuts for your family, and everyone is going to enjoy each and every single bite, because as you can see, the donuts are perfect. I love buying small packets of yeast because it's always fresh, and also I love instant yeast because you don't have to wait for the yeast to bloom. So into a bowl, you're going to be adding in 10 grams of instant yeast, that is 2 teaspoons of yeast. If you have the dry yeast, you're going to be adding in your buttermilk, sugar into the yeast. Wait for the yeast to bloom for around 5 minutes. So I'm going to add in the rest of the dry ingredients, starting with my all-purpose flour, sugar. Use a whisk and whisk in everything until fully combined. Then next, you're going to add in your wet ingredients, starting with your eggs, 1 tablespoon of vanilla essence, buttermilk. Then using a spatula or a spoon, you're going to mix in all the ingredients until a shaggy dough is formed. All the ingredients are listed in the description box in the right quantity, and you can't miss out trying this recipe because the donuts turn out so good. Once you have a shaggy dough, you're going to go in with your hands and scrape your bowl, making sure you get all the wet and dry ingredients combined into the dough. If you notice that your dough is too dry, you're going to add in a tablespoon of buttermilk at a time and knead until you get a soft dough. And if you happen to add in lots of wet ingredients, just sprinkle some extra flour. When everything is fully combined, you're going to be adding in a tablespoon of margarine or softened butter. Use the palm of your hands and spread in the margarine. Then you're going to be kneading for around 3 to 4 minutes until the margarine is fully combined into the dough. If you have a stand mixer, you're going to add in all the ingredients into the bowl. Then you're going to let the mixer do its own job. But if you happen to be doing it manually, just like me, it's going to take a little bit of time. So just trust the process and knead the dough until it's soft and elastic. Adding in 2 eggs is going to make the donuts very fluffy, while the yeast is going to give you very fluffy donuts. As for the buttermilk, it's going to react together with the yeast, so you're going to get some fluffy donuts. The sugar is going to sweeten the donuts, while the salt is going to balance the sweetness of the donuts. And lastly, the all-purpose flour is going to give structure to the donuts. And when you knead for around 3 to 4 minutes, you're going to activate the gluten structure of the flour. Once the margarine is fully combined into the dough, it's not going to be sticky at all. So you're going to grab your dough, tuck it in the bottom. This is to form a smooth, round shape on top. Then you're going to place back into the bowl, spread a little bit of cooking oil, and this is going to stop the dough from drying out. Then you're going to wrap with a plastic film or a cling film. The plastic wrap is going to help the dough not to dry out. So once done, you're going to place on a warm area in your kitchen, maybe on that corner or that corner. Then you're going to cover with a kitchen towel and let the dough double up in size for around an hour. And during this time, it's going to create a lot of air pockets in the dough, so it's going to fluff up. After around an hour, this is how my dough is looking, and as you can see, it has doubled up in size. So for this step, you're going to need a rolling pin. We have a donut cutter or a cookie cutter. We have a nozzle for cutting out the middle part, and also some extra all-purpose flour. So now I'm going to keep everything aside, pick my flour and rolling pin. Then I'm going to punch to remove the excess air pockets in the dough, transfer to my countertop, which is nice and clean. Then I'm going to knead for around a minute. After a minute, you're going to tap the dough in the bottom just like this to form a smooth surface once more. Then you're going to be rolling out using your rolling pin. Make sure to flour your working surface so that the dough doesn't stick. That is lightly dusting with the flour. Pushing the dough is going to be very easy for you because the dough is soft and elastic. Push your dough until it's 1 inch, just like this. Then you're going to pick your cookie cutter and cut out your donuts. Once done, I'm going to use my nozzle and cut out the middle part of the donut, just like this. Remove the middle part and the excess dough. I'm going to cover my cut out donuts with a cling film. Then I'm going to be resting for 20 more minutes, whereby the donuts are going to double up in size once more. Using yeast when frying or when baking takes a lot of time, quite a while that is, but the outcome is always so delicious, fluffy. So you have to be very patient so that you can let the dough rest for it to double up in size. Once you cut out the donut, let the donuts rest once more before frying for that fluffy outcome. If you don't have a donut cutter or a cookie cutter, you can simply use anything round in the house, like a cup. Sometimes you don't have to limit yourself because you don't have a donut cutter and you have a cup. Also, you can use a plastic bottle cap to cut out the middle part. And you'll have the same delicious donuts just like me. After 20 minutes, this is how your donuts are going to be looking like. As you can see, they're very, very soft on the inside. And also they've doubled up in size. So the next step is going to be frying our donuts, and you're going to need a deep frying pan with cooking oil. So I'm going to place over medium flame. And also you need somewhere to transfer your donuts and a skimmer. You're going to insert a skewer to check if the cooking oil is ready. Once you notice the slightest bubbles, the oil is ready. So carefully, I'm going to pick my dough and drop into the hot cooking oil by placing on the side so that the dough slides into the cooking oil. Depending on the size of your pan, you're going to add in few pieces of dough, so don't overcrowd your pan, because once you overcrowd your pan, the donuts are going to sip in oil instead of frying. Make sure the flames are at low so that the donuts can cook on the inside as they brown on the outside. I'm going to flip over my donuts, and you can see they have a gorgeous golden brown color. Two minutes in, I'm going to check on my donuts, and this is how they're looking. So gorgeous. I'm going to transfer aside, then I'm going to be adding in the next round. Second round in, I'm going to be frying for 2 minutes on each side. Also, I don't know if I mentioned that the flames should be at medium low so that the donuts can cook on the inside, so check on that. The first round is looking absolutely amazing. As you can see, it's super fluffy. Wow, very hot, absolutely worth trying. There's always something about using buttered milk in baking or in making donuts just like this, because everything turns out extra fluffy and the taste is always delicious. So if you're looking forward to make some delicious donuts, try out this recipe.